Ayy, only got that deal, got in my hand. Ooh, ayy, like how you tryna buy who the hell I am? Keep your cash, I'm not that broke. I won't sign no contract like y'all are trying. Keep your cash, I'm not that broke. It's all hoes, throwing cash in Lambos. I'm independent till I'm dead. I quit the music industry.
Oh man, I had some echoing. I had the
I was going to say there was an echo going on there.
Yeah, the echo was because I have the show opened up in another window, and yeah, it was bad. And it was sharing behind. It was sharing behind the scene, so you didn't see it. That's why there was an echo. That was okay. We rocked it. Everyone, that's the last time you guys are going to hear that anyway, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Well, Emily's here, Josiah's here, Texas Kid is here.
Oh, geez, we got tons of people in there already.
Tanisha's in the house.
Jeez, oh Peach, guys. Look at all you guys going here. Yeah, we got a kind of a cool show that was thrown together last minute. It was last minute, man.
Yeah. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. Michael from Web Sessions here.
Yeah, I should hit the thumbs up myself, liking my own videos. I do it every time, though. Wow, look at it. Does it? I see it a little faster than. No, I don't. I see it slower. Uh-oh, someone's touching you.
Yeah.
Well, see, Josh says that he can't come on because he doesn't get home. So we might have to do a later show for him and get him on.
Huh? Go check. I don't know.
So, yeah, we gotta have to get him on and do a later show.
Well, we can do a show, and then he can come on when he gets home and ready.
Yeah, we can do that too. We can do that too, and we can talk.
It's not like our shows are over in 10 minutes.
Yeah, he breeds some ball pythons, some cobra foods.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Cobra food.
I have a few.
But yeah, see, Texas Kid says do it. See, that's what I'm talking about. But what I wanted to talk about, and this is gonna hit a little different. They put up a costume. Someone put up a meme costume of.
He's not looking.
Oh, hola.
You said hello.
Hola. But there was a costume put up of another leopard gecko breeder that I don't want to say, but it said some funny things, and I kind of laughed at it. I was like, oh, funny, awesome. But then someone put one up of Brian Barczyk, and it made me think, like, Brian Barczyk's changed for the better.
I agree.
Like, if people don't know what he did 20 years ago, like everything went in Iraq. His facility was huge.
No matter the size of the animal, it went in Iraq.
Yeah, I mean, he was putting 20-foot snakes in Iraq. And now he's changed, and his whole life's on the internet. So YouTube can really damage people and go to people's heads. Mm-hmm. They can think they're better than everybody. But Brian might think that. I don't know about that, but his animals got better. I think he takes care of his animals better now.
I think he does a fabulous job now compared to what it was.
So that kind of hit different. Like, I was like, wow, wait. I mean, it said mite ridden, and this is a bunch of off the wall stuff, and I was like,
well, some of his stuff used to have. He had berms. Oh, good night, hon. He had berms. He had some berms that, like, one died, and then a couple weeks later, another one died, and so on and so forth. Right in a row.
Yeah.
He got his stuff together now, so.
Yeah, I mean, what I say is I know Brian personally. I tell people that all the time. I know him personally, and I've been to his shop, and I did see ball pythons with our eyes, but he was taking care of it. I've seen ball pythons that had, I mean, it was really hard pressed for me to see a mite outbreak, like people said. He might get mites because he brought in a lot of animals. But he took care of that. And, I mean, and then when he went to YouTube, the first season or two was snake bites, because that was not snake bites anymore. People remember it was just in BHB, and it was showing the 15-foot pythons in the big Nodacia drawers, and monitors in them drawers, and bearded dragons in the drawers. But now he's building $40,000 enclosures for an anaconda.
Plus, He was also back then had such a large place he couldn't keep track of everything, and other people were in charge of stuff, and bad things happened that way.
Yeah, and if people knew Brian, I mean, Brian probably had one of the largest collection of ball pythons in the world. So when it came down to it, I mean, he was going to get sick animals. I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever been in Brian's spot. It is listening to the show. Brian's old spot, it was huge. I'm not talking small. It was huge. You would just
Absolutely
go room to room. And when I say room to room, I'm not talking 10 by 10 rooms. I'm talking like 40 by 20 rooms and 40 by 30 rooms. And now, I mean, I've never been to his facility now. I've never been to the zoo. But, I mean, I can tell you what it looks like because he puts the whole thing on YouTube. I mean, every aspect of it is on YouTube. He's breeding geckos in natural enclosures. I mean, not leopard geckos. Don't get me wrong, but he's breeding like Leachianus and cresteds and in natural enclosures. So when do we get past that point to say, hey, keep putting down this guy? This guy brings a lot of people to the hobby.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially young kids.
100%. And the Brian from 20 years ago to now is a different guy. I mean, I really like it. So, I mean, there are good things and bad things about YouTube. I mean, there are people that I know that run a YouTube channel and they think they're gods with 10 to 15,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
But here's Brian with, I mean, I think he's one of the largest YouTube channels there are. I mean, he has to be in the top 10%.
He's got to be in the top 2 for animals.
Yeah. I mean, it's between him and Jay. Who else are you thinking?
Emily with Snake Discovery.
Oh, he's got Emily beat.
Does he?
Oh, yeah. I'll look it up right now. So if I go to Snake Discovery, I'm pretty sure he's got Emily beat. Snake Discovery she has 2.81 million, which is ungodly amount of people. That's a reach out to many, many people. We go to Brian Barczyk of BHB. I just got to find Brian Barczyk because I don't sub to him, guys. I'm sorry. Here we go. I actually forgot the C in his name. Sorry, Brian. He has 3.75.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to go on Google while we're talking about this. What are the top 20 YouTube channels?
I think PewDiePie's got like 150 million people.
Yeah. 110 million. So if you go to the top 20, I said top 20. PewDiePie's got 110 million. Okay, then there's Kids Diana Show's got 81 million. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So 71 million. So he's still got room to grow because the top 10 all in 40 million.
Why don't you put in the top reptile channels on YouTube?
I'm just going to put animal channels. I think he's got it beat. I honestly think he's got all animal channels. Top animal channels on YouTube. Oh wait, it says best. That's an opinion. Okay, I'm gonna compare them to these. Animal YouTube. So you got Animal Planet. Animal Planet is a pretty big thing. Everyone agrees, right? 20 million.
Oh.
So
wow.
then
you think would have more than that?
Yeah, BBC Earth only's got 9.4. So Brian's a third of them. So I mean, I honestly think that Brian Barczyk's got. I mean, he's up there, dude. He's not in this list. That's weird. But I mean, he does reach a lot of people, and I just think that I think YouTube changed him for the better. That he's one of the rare ones that YouTube really made him dig deep, and he changed for the better. He really, really did.
Yeah, see, Prehistoric Pets has 5 million. This is an old setup, though, because I'm looking at one here, and Oh, never mind. Wait a minute. I gotta go back and look at something.
Yeah, I just looked right up on YouTube. So Prehistoric Pets has 5.
I think that's what I read. I could be wrong.
Prehistoric Pets. 4.21. So he's actually bigger than Brian.
Not by much, though.
I mean, but I will say this. I'm going to say this about Jay. And Jay, if you get mad at me, you can just message me. Just tell me how you feel. It doesn't matter. Jay still does the shock and awe of having animals bite at him. And Brian doesn't do that so much anymore.
Not no more, no. Although he does it usually about once a week, though. Brian does.
Yeah,
the people that help him.
Yeah, his son. I can't think of his employees. His employees do change a lot.
They change a lot every time you turn around. Seems like.
I mean, and I don't think that's anything to do with Brian. I think it's just to do with the workforce.
Well, people move on to better things.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what Brian pays. I have no clue. It'd be cool to know. Pay me. I've got credits on Audible, and I'm looking for new books to add. Books to add on Credible. Only books I've read I read, Emily, is Ron Tremper's books. I'm sorry. No, I'm playing. Ron Tremper's got some opinions in them books that I don't agree with, but overall, them are good books. Overall, they're good books. The care is spot on and stuff like that. I mean, if you can find some of his old stuff, I mean, that's when you start talking that geckos breed at 35 grams. That'll really get people going.
Mm-hmm.
Those in our hobby grow and improve. And Emily, that's exactly. I honestly think that's what YouTube did, and that's what I want to talk about is social media changes people, and I honestly think he was one that changed for the better. But now Prehistoric Pets, Jay, I don't think has evolved with his. I don't want to say criticizers, but he hasn't really evolved with it.
Well, Danny Menendez is probably his biggest criticizer.
Danny criticizes everybody. I love you, Danny. Danny criticizes everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't line up with Danny, and Danny, I love you, you know that, but if it doesn't line up with Danny's way, he's upset 100%. Which I mean, all of us kind of are. So, but I mean, you cannot deny that Brian Barczyk and even Jay bring in a lot of new faces.
A lot.
I mean, I'm gonna go on a limb here, and some people might get upset about this. They might bring more people to our hobby than Steve Irwin did, because Steve Irwin was more wildlife. Brian Barczyk brings people into the reptile world and the reptile hobby.
I have to agree.
That's my opinion. Now, Steve Irwin was more about wildlife and protecting wildlife. He wasn't really a pet trade guy. I haven't watched Jay's channel in forever. The last time I talked to Jay, I was talking to him about some leopard gecko stuff. We were talking about some stuff. I forget the details of it. It was so long ago. But I don't even watch Snake Discovery, guys. I don't have time to watch YouTube channels. YouTube.
You don't watch Emily? Wow.
I don't watch Emily.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't watch many people like I don't watch Brian's daily videos. I don't. I just don't have time, but I have seen them and I know what they were. I mean, I don't think Snake Bites is out there anymore, right? He took that down.
I think he changed the name on it.
So Snake Bites TV, it might be just Brian Barczyk now because Snake Bites TV. I don't know. He might have took down them. I don't know because he daily vlogged for how many years now? 4 years. He daily vlogs. He's got 2,507 videos up. Oh, here's Snake Bites TV. It's on the Reptarium. Huge snake 11 years ago. It's fair use. We can actually see this. I can actually show this.
It's only like a 30-second video, right?
No, I think it's actually bigger. So let me get through this. And let me get through the little commercials. I'll show you the difference. This is perfect. This is 9 minutes. Okay, guys. This is perfect. Okay, that is Brian Barczyk, for people that don't know. And I'm going to show you how much this man has grown and not his hair.
Snake Bites here. Today we're going to talk about big snakes. And big snakes have big personalities, which require big responsibility. You're watching Snake Bites.
So this is Snake Bites. That's how he used to keep his snakes.
This show is all about big snakes, and I've been keeping.
That's his
snakes
old
since I was
facility.
15 years old, so I certainly have.
That's just one room.
That,
one
yeah,
aisle.
one row in one room.
Like the Burmese and the retics are still considered big snakes. They might max out at about 8 foot, but the fact is, no matter what snake you want to buy, if you're getting into the monsters, you got to do a tremendous amount of homework and make sure that you're ready for that responsibility. When considering big snakes, one of the things you certainly have to think a lot about is cage enclosure. When you have a ball python or a corn snake, you can keep it in little tubs, no problem at all. But these guys get huge. As a matter of fact, this reticulated python is in the.
We're going to watch a new one of his.
It's the longest snake in the world. There was a reticulated python down at the Columbus Zoo named Fluffy that was almost 25 foot long and the largest snake in the world. These guys get really big, which means they need a really big cage. And as you can see with reticulated pythons, they seem to be really a lot more intelligent than a lot of snakes. And that means that they think a lot, and you got to be careful when you're handling them a little bit. They're definitely more hyper than, say, a Burmese python, which is their other counterpart, that's much more lethargic and easy to handle. When you have an animal like this that's a good 15 foot long, and she wants to start to move, it's really difficult to keep her going. So again, you want to make sure that there's a couple people around when you're handling a snake like this, and make sure that you're ready for that type of responsibility.
All right, guys, it's Cal's question of the week.
That's Dorothy and Cal.
Now, recently I found out that some cities outlaw entire breeds of animals, like
Dorothy's real name's George.
I think it's those ignorant that are worthless human beings that ruin the whole reputation of the breed because they're.
This is what Snake Bites used to be.
Or
Brian Barczyk show.
Is it the actual breed, or is it the ownership of the breed that makes them dangerous? Let me know.
And when it comes to Burmese pythons, these are the ones I've been keeping and breeding since I was a kid, like 15 years old. And I always say, I don't know that every 15-year-old should own a Burmese python, but I certainly did fine with them. And I just love these guys. They don't get as long as reticulated pythons.
That was my first snake.
And most of his big snakes back then were puppies.
Uh-huh.
Because these guys
I mean, Sunshine was Sunshine I used to hold. It was a puppy. My daughter, I had a picture of my son and daughter holding it.
20 plus years. So you got to make sure that you can make that investment of feeding and caring for it for the entire. When it comes to big snakes, they can really.
So
be
his
fun to
information
handle.
back
This
then
one's
is
super
still
tame.
spot on.
It's dark and blue. And as we've said, when a snake is in blue, typically it becomes more aggressive. You can see she's still just a little puppy dog, but you got to make sure that you can handle these guys their whole life, because the one thing we never want anyone to do with a big snake is to release it into the wild. We certainly got our hobby into a lot of trouble with that happening. Certainly, if you ever get to a point and you get a snake and it just outgrows your enclosure, or you just can't handle it anymore, make sure you find a really good reptile rescue that's willing to take it off your hands. Never, ever release it. But again, these snakes can be
His info's dead on.
super docile, but it's not always the case. Let's go check out a snake I call safe.
Look at how big that room is.
Remember, animals are just like people. There are people that are really nice. And
That's
there are
actually in a
people
small
that are
python
really
room there.
mean.
Most
We
of that's
happen to
ball
have a
pythons.
snake here
Mhm.
that's committed to keeping her whole life. That's named Satan. And I tell you what, she has quite an attitude. And when you're handling something like this, you got to really be careful, because as you can see, she is fired up. And this is one that actually is really unpredictable and will come at you from all different angles. So when you're messing with something like this, you always want to have someone on standby, but you also got to be super careful that she doesn't bite you in the face, because she's got a long strike range. But even a girl with an attitude like this, once you get her up, she'll actually mellow out, and she's actually not that bad. But when you first go in there, you got to really be careful, because taking a bite from her, which I've done in the past, is never a fun thing. Just to recap, big snakes can be absolutely fantastic, just like my girl Sunshine here. But you gotta do your homework, and if you ever need to get rid of them, never release them into wild. Find that
I think Sunshine there's like 10, 12 feet.
Just wanted to get everyone together, introduce you to your new coworker, Toby.
Actually, you're both kind of hurting me. Yeah, everything's going just as planned. They're a mess. It's gonna be way easier than we thought.
What? You're eavesdropping on her? Dude, that's not cool, man.
Did you not hear me? Somebody planted it here to take us down.
Dude, that is a major accusation.
Didn't he have problems with Cal?
Have some proof, dude.
Proof?
Yeah, well,
Heard her,
yeah,
right? Think I'm
all the
lying?
people in this
Well,
video
no, I don't
kind
think
of
you're
left
lying,
them.
but what do you want me to do?
Everyone in
Just fire
season
her?
1.
Get some proof and then maybe I'll do something.
Whatever, fine. Just watch your back and don't say I didn't warn you.
So, is it true that Brian produced the first super chocolate Wonka ball?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask Brian that one.
Oh, come on, John. Can't I sneak a peek?
No, it's a secret.
What are you two doing?
Nothing. Get back to work.
Hey, George. Nice shorts.
Thank you. These are my Thursday shorts.
So, will you show me the super chocolate Wonka ball? Chewy's being a lame old grump.
Well, we're really not supposed to talk about that.
And make it worth your while.
Okay.
No. I'll show you.
Sure, what?
Nothing.
They just wanted to show me who was better with the green trees.
We'll save it for later. It's your turn to clean the break room.
This is kind of funny. I just it's hilarious.
It's weird.
He's digging me.
So, anyways,
Do it
it's
before you leave it alone.
we see what this
Chicken.
is. So, I mean, that's what that is. And then if you go today's, I mean, it's night and day. I mean, it's night
I
and
agree.
day.
Totally different.
I mean, now this is his. I gotta get past all the damn commercials. Him and his monetization. I can't even speak today. I say we can't talk.
Monetization.
Yeah,
I think I said that. I don't know.
Okay, him and his commercials. But yeah, and then I mean, it's pretty quick. You go right into it. So this is him in his basement. And it's ball python.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just get up to
separate this
to the
from
zoo.
granites.
Right. Now
You
that's a
said
zoo.
that, about 6 to 8% of their body.
You get what I'm
Depending
saying?
on time
I
of
mean, look
year,
at the change.
typically, I was reading between 8 to 10% on the summertime because obviously it's hotter, and then on obviously. On
I mean,
the,
who else
winter
keeps
time,
their
it's
animals
less.
like that? That's what I'm saying. Who else does that? He did most of that because he wants to show the animals, and he's changed to what from tubs, except for the ball pythons, of course. Ball pythons. And he does leopard geckos in tubs, probably, and a few colubrids. But most of his stuff is going to natural enclosures now.
Ball pythons, I think, do better in tubs because if you don't if you put them in a naturalistic enclosure, they're going to bury themselves. You never see them anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is you put them in natural enclosures and you give them a big enough tunnel to go into, they're going to feel most secure. Because you're not going to see them in a tub anyway. That's why I tell people. So I mean, should we do it? No, I mean it's a ball python in a 4-foot cage with 2 foot of dirt. Who knows if it'd breed better? But yeah, I mean, Brian's made changes because of YouTube. YouTube forced him to change.
People used to ride him hard. That's why.
He still gets pretty hard. I mean, it's hard pressed to go in there and find a sick animal right now. I mean, he probably has one down in the basement, breeding animal, but he takes damn good care of them animals now. So I mean, social media molded him. Yeah, Tom Crutchfield's a little different. I don't think social media changed him as much. I think something hit him. Because, I mean, Tom Crutchfield's done I mean, the story's there. I mean, the Lizard King. Just read it.
Yeah, and he totally understands the animals, see? And they understand. It's like, he's different.
Yeah, so
but the Lizard King, go check that book out.
If you guys want a book to read, the Lizard King's it. It was written by Brian. Who was it? can't think now. Now it's gonna bother me, guys. Now it's gonna bother me. Who wrote the Lizard? It's Brian something. I thought wrote the Lizard.
I can't remember.
And it was really funny is they got the Tiger King out there, but Lizard King. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry Hopkins. No, that's not it.
Mm-mm.
No,
Okay, hold on.
I'm right. Brian Christie. That's it. I'm sorry, Brian Christie.
They talk about Martin's Aquarium in there, and that's where Becky and I used to hang there.
It says
then.
the true crimes and passion of the world's greatest reptile smugglers.
Mm-hmm.
So was Tom Crutchfield? Did social media change him? Maybe because he was in public eye more. But I mean, he's a really big advocate of animal care now. He's a really big advocate.
Yeah.
Adam's gone. We don't like Adam no more.
No, I wonder where he's at.
I don't know. I didn't. Well, I usually put the links out early, and I forgot it was Friday today, guys. I'm sorry. I got my podcast I'm going to be doing. I'm sure Andrew's going to do a podcast on our Podbean thing. I got that going to be live on Tuesday. I'm going to test out the live feature, so it might be a mess. It might just be a mess. I don't know. But we're approved now on Apple, Spotify, iHeart. We're like on 20 different types of podcasts, different platforms, and this show will be uploaded to that after tonight. So that's why visuals are going to be kind of hard to do. But people that listen to this afterwards, I'm sorry, the visual of Brian, I apologize. You can go over to youtube.com and search Fauna Radio and you can watch it. But yeah, I mean, that's we're going to go Podbean so we can actually make some money.
Yep.
We're going to try because I can, do that money thing, that monetization. I can't speak today, guys. I'm sorry.
Monetization.
I've said it so many times before, and now I can't say it. It's that word today. What is the name of the podcast? Fauna Classifieds. You go to Podbean. You go to Fauna Classifieds.
You're thinking
I own
back.
Rich. I own that now. No, faunaradio.podbean.com. I can actually just go there now, and I can actually just do that.
Post the link up. You can post the link. Right in the
that's what I'm
comments.
going to do right now. .podbean.com. And the thing is Andrew brought this up. You brought this up to me, and I started looking, and they're the oldest ones that do this. It does cost money, but I mean, it is what it is. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking about starting our other one, but that I don't think we're going to do video because we don't have to do video.
No,
but we were
that'll be
talking
fine.
about. Yeah, we were talking about that. Me and you were talking about that. I'll pay for another channel, and we can just, we just rock that out. It'd be just a podcast. I don't even know if I want my name on it. I don't know because the people are gonna figure it out anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But yeah, that link right there will take you to the Podbean. And I got 3 episodes. I got the round table up in a couple episodes before. They're getting downloaded a little bit. I got a few hearts on stuff. So if you guys can go to Podbean, if you guys really like the show, go to Podbean, join Podbean. It's free. It's a free podcasting thing.
Yep.
Or go to Spotify right now, the ones that our show's on, because Apple has not put us up yet. Samsung Podcast. We're on Podchasers. We're on Player FM, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, and Podbean app, and we're on Alexa. You can actually find us on Alexa now.
And once it gets so much traction, Spotify will do the videos too.
Yeah, well, I can do on Podbean. I can do the videos. I can upload these videos onto Podbean, so I could do that. I could just upload the video instead. For Fauna Classifieds, we can just do the video of it. So I'm gonna try that. So it's a learning curve. I used to do just radio, actual radio, and so I think I'll be fine. But Podbean makes it pretty easy. I can actually, once we get some traction and get some listeners and stuff, I can actually put some advertisement on there, and people bid for our show. Like they'll bid for it. It costs money to run this show. So everyone think, oh no, it costs money. But it's all good. I love doing the shows, though. So
Oh.
matter.
I do too. I
But
was
Pod,
upset when I was sick.
Podbean actually is a really good little thing. When you brought it up, I was like, well, let's check it out. It's better than what we were doing before. Podbean, because we could do the show just like this. If people like it like this, we can do the show just like this. I can upload it after. We can do live shows. The difference between Podbean, and this is why I don't know if we're going to be able to do both, because we get guests on, they would have to log into StreamYard and log into Podbean. But Podbean allows calls in. So you can actually go into app on your phone, listen to our show, and call in, and you can talk to us. One button.
Or our guest.
Yep. You can go just come on in, and it's just boom, ask questions. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Talk to the guest for a little bit. So there's pros and cons. I don't think Podbean's ever going to allow live video, though. They're a podcasting thing.
Yeah.
And StreamYard is that they just don't have call-in. I wish they had a call-in feature. That would be cool. Like just call-in where they didn't bring the video. They can just hit the app and just talk, and it'd be over. You know, that would be really cool. Maybe that will come from StreamYard, because we pay for the $50 one a month. We pay $50 a month for it. And I pay like $30 a month for the Podbean one. I just buy the best one. What days? My podcast, the Orner Exotics. Andrew hasn't told me when he wants to do his, what he wants to do, but Orner Exotics one or Orner Radio, whatever you want to call it, is going to be on Tuesday. So, and then these are going to get uploaded either tonight or tomorrow. It matters on the editing and how I got to do it.
Sorry about that. Yeah. No, I haven't decided what day yet.
But yeah, you could just do it on this, and I can take the video and upload it, or I can take the audio and just upload it. I can do it almost anything. So I'm actually building my studio down and building the studio back up. I'm going to get green screen wrap around. So, because I got more than one camera. See, I got cameras all over. And so then I can switch it so you'd be looking at side view of me. You guys probably see my other monitors and stuff like that. And it'd be kind of cool. Yep, I'm just trying to curve the cost. That's what I'm trying to do. Maybe get big. Maybe get big and maybe get famous.
You never know.
We get famous. Man. We get famous, and then we'll go to Tinley Park, and everyone will have to ask for an autograph.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you? What's new with you?
Nothing much, really.
You got a bunch of ball python. Well, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Ball pythons.
I heard Josh is sending you a bunch of ball pythons for free. He told me like sunset stuff.
Yeah, that's what he told me. I don't know.
A bunch of sunset stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm not famous. My name is Scary. I'm not famous.
No, trying to think. Nothing much really going on.
Nothing for me either. I'm hatching out normal stuff. I got stuff ovulating already.
So my season's pretty much over for now. So,
well, my season is over, so I'll pair now.
Although I'm still getting crested gecko eggs, so
see. So I'm gonna pair now, and I'm gonna get eggs. If I pair now, I'll get eggs in 2 to 4 weeks. It just matters when I start pairing, when I get the good eggs. And I got a shot to hatch 2023 animals in 2022. Every year I do.
Well, that's cool. That would be fun.
Well, go buy a sunset. Just go buy one. It's just money.
Yeah, and then give it to me.
Yeah, we want visual stuff. None of that het stuff, though.
No.
1.5.
Oh, wait, I would be happy with hets.
No, 1.5. Josh is loaded. He drives Lambos.
Oh, never mind.
He's a Lambo guy. Let me hit up Cusco.
Yeah. I was thinking of getting a new mic and things like that.
I'm looking at it. I have an old. I got the switchboard here. It can take up to 4 mics, but I have another one somewhere. It takes up to 16. But I think I'm gonna. And then I have this thing. This is a portable. and it's battery. Like I don't even have to plug it in. I don't know. Let's see if it's charged up. Yep, it's charged up now. So I can actually use this on my tablet, whatever I want, and I can hook up a mic. But I have to use the mic that came with this because it doesn't put power to it. So, I try to use my mic I have now. I have an MXL 990. I don't know the brand of it, but there's a lot of people that brand that MXL 990. And it won't work because it needs power. It needs phantom power. So I'm going to use this at the shop. I'm going to take this and just do my tablet and test it out for podcasting sometime.
Look at this.
See, that works too. Them are nice.
Mm-hmm.
What I want a studio so I can have, like, when people come over, I can have people actually come downstairs and they can sit and we can do like different video feeds and they can be in my studio doing it too. This actually has sound on it. These here, you can't see it, but these are all different sounds. Like there's gunshot, yell, laughter, whatever PUBG is, guys, awkward, merry, slash. I don't know what these are, but yeah. I got this for $20. It came with a mic.
Can't complain.
And I have not tested it out, like really tested it out. I hooked up real quick and I was like, oh, we got sound. We're good.
Now, here's a question. Our other podcast that we plan to do.
Yep.
Is that going to be like, we're going to have guests on too, but it's not going to be animal related or what?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking about opening up the Total Radio like I did before.
Mm-hmm.
And we have like the one show we talked about. Well, okay, we can just talk about it a little bit. I want to do the ghost and extraterrestrial and stuff like that. But then I want to do one that's about politics that touches subjects that people don't know, like, because that's going to be the show that takes off.
I know.
Because Gary said this, or Andrew said this, or Andrew said this, and I like him, or Gary said this, and they'll be back and forth, and and we can hit them topics that everyone doesn't like. So I was thinking of doing Total Radio, and it just has them shows on Mondays or on Fridays. They say not to mix up podcasts. If you have a reptile base, you have it all reptiles. So that's why we're going to do all the reptiles on this. It'll be Fauna Radio, the main show on Fridays, your show whenever you decide, and then I'm talking to a few other people that want to upload their podcasts that they got going up on here. It just gets them out more. Yeah, I mean, there's people that do Podbean and they make a living just doing Podbean.
I know.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll be the next Joe Rogan.
That show, the idea is just like people like drama.
Mm-hmm. That's why politics will do good.
Politics, we get to sit there and go, Donald Trump sucks, and we will probably get 5 million hits. This guy said Donald Trump. I want to hear what he says. I mean, I don't know. LS Nice. I've got the Nissan. Oh, that's a Nissan. Oh, they're talking about cars. I'm like, what are we talking about? Nissan. I thought, but yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to buy a van. They're expensive.
Well, Josh was talking about the Lambos, manual windows, no AC, stick shift.
Oh no, I drive a 91. No, he drives. I was just like, the Lambos are. There's a guy on YouTube. I forget his name. But he's from overseas, UK. He buys beat up, wrecked supercars and then fixes them up. And like he's done a couple Lambos. He's done a Benz, like a real expensive Mercedes-Benz, a Bentley, and he never could afford it before. Now his channel's so big, he makes a living at it, and that's what he does. He gets to keep his dream cars.
Andrew watches this guy who goes out and buys cars. And he just destroys them, but he buys new ones. So
what? Yeah, I want to see if I can find it.
Donald Trump rocks.
See, that's going to make it. Now there it is. We got 5 million views because we said that. And like I watch. Here's another channel. Like I watch this. People say paranormal. I've been told by many reptile people paranormal is dumb. The Paranormal Files is the official channel. All they do is I think they go around and like look and search for ghosts. Okay, he's got 721,000 subscribers, and I watch him. I catch myself watching him because when I go to sleep, guys, I actually turn on stuff. I don't have to watch the TV, and I listen to it like a podcast almost.
That other one you got me watching, Mind something. What is it, Mindbogger or something?
There might be. I got a Mindseed. Mindseed.
Yeah, millions.
Yep, he's got 1.53.
Uh-huh.
Nuke's top 5 is 3.8 million.
That's another one I watch.
There's another one. It's not due to paranormal. If people want to see outdoor stuff and what's going on with Lake Mead and wildlife and fishing, Sin City Outdoors. Really cool guys. It's a father and son team. Really cool people. They do hunting, fishing, and they go out to Lake Mead and do updates on it and stuff like that. I go through. I'll tell you guys, Flawless. We know Flawless.
Mm-hmm.
Flawless Crescent Geckos. Oh, Matt Armstrong. That's the guy. He's got 687,000 subscribers, and he buys supercars and fixes them up. And he goes, I'm not a really good mechanic. He just figures it out. Really cool. Matt Armstrong. I don't talk to him ever. I don't exist, but really cool guy. Like really cool channel. What else do I got? We can do channels. DNA Reptilia is pretty cool. It's a friend of mine.
How about a serial killer one?
A serial? Who's that?
I don't know.
I don't have a serial killer one, do I?
Huh? No.
Peter McKinnon. I like him.
You know, not to change the subject.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the lady from Ohio? She went to the police and said her dad was a serial killer, and he made her help. When she was a kid, he made her dispose of bodies, help him do it. And apparently 75 people so far.
Wow. That's a little bigger than Jeffrey Dahmer.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Like, he collected bodies or what?
No, he would go out and pick up women, kill them, and throw them down the well that was in his yard.
Wouldn't that smell after a while?
I don't know.
Well, how would you drink? I mean, unless you got city water, I get what?
They probably got city water, but it was just a well that was right outside his property line, and it might have been on his property, but it was out in the woods and dropped him down there.
Oh man. Look at this. A Texas kid brought up Peter McKinnon. See, photography. If you know photography, Peter McKinnon's awesome. But dude, throwing people down a well? There's no way. I wouldn't do that. Jeez. And let's see what else. I watched Professor Dave. Professor Dave Explains, but there's a reason why I got down a rabbit hole. He does goes against flat earthers. And makes him look stupid. So I like him. Of course, Bubba, Prince Vids. Prince Vids is the guy that used to play Rust. Luna. What's Samsung TV? Oh, it's a guy that does eBay. I probably did not. Let's see. I don't know half these people anymore. Boogie2988.
I love Boogie2988.
4.1 million.
He's gotten real serious about shit, though. He used to goof around a lot, but right now, he's very serious. You know who else was big? Give me a second. I have to look it up.
Wow.
Let me see.
All this stuff, man. YouTube, all this social media. I mean, do you know what my funniest thing I think about YouTube?
What?
Is when these new YouTubers sit there and go, YouTube's the biggest thing and you should do it. No one's doing it. It's brand new. Blah, blah, blah. I am looking at an old friend of mine when I had a big YouTube channel. His name's Kava Jason. That's what his name was. 15 years ago, he was posting YouTube videos on reptiles. So when people go, there's no such thing. Oh, well, the thing is people move on. I mean, for people like me and you that stick around in a hobby for 20 plus years, it's a rare thing.
Oh yeah, no, it is. Give me 1 second, I'll find it here.
A good old Viper Keeper.
Julian Smith.
No, I don't know who that is.
His videos from way back in the day were hilarious. Milk, I got milk. Oh my god! And then you have Good Mythical Morning. Anybody ever watch that show?
Nope, I've never seen that either.
Oh my! They got like 13, 14 million followers. Probably more than that now.
I need 14 million followers. Guys, hit the follow button so I can just retire. And me and Andrew are gonna split it, and we'll just retire. I mean, if we got 1 million subscribers and everyone gave me $1 a month. Oh, geez.
If we had 10 million subscribers and everybody gave $1 a month and we gave $1 million a month away, it'd be worth it.
Oh, people would be like, "Oh yeah, we're doing this. Make a new millionaire
Seriously.
every year." Dude, if we had 10 million subscribers, I would give away half of it.
No, I'm
because I
serious.
split half of it with you and then be done.
Yeah. Oh, but if you had 10 million subscribers, and they all gave you $1 a month, and you gave $1 million a month away, people, even if you gave $4 million a month away, 4 $1 million winners,
yep,
people would go for that channel. They would pay you that because that would still be $6 million to split.
That would be insane. You guys ready? You guys ready to send me $1? Who's ready? Yeah, we need to get a photographer on here, though. I don't think I'll ever be able to pull Peter McKinnon, though. Peter McKinnon's a pretty big photographer. I'll tell you, he does photography and videography. Let's see if I can see how big his channel is. Peter McKinnon. I know he's on here somewhere. Morton Hillmore I might be able to get. He's a photographer. Morton Hillmore has 484,000 subscribers, but he is more of a
Good Mythical. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, he's more of a wildlife. What's a mythical?
Good Mythical Morning has 17.8 million subscribers.
That's crazy. I'm just gonna type up Peter McKinnon. I can't find him in my list.
I think that'd be cool to have him on here.
If he came on, he's like one of the people I think I'd be starstruck by. Peter McKinnon has he has 5.82 million subscribers. He's one of the best photographers I know.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
And he shares so much information on his channel. I mean, if he's like he is on his videos, he's a cool guy. But his bag costs a lot of money. It's like $400 for his bag.
Is it really?
Yeah, for a camera bag. But he just put out 4 weeks ago. He put Find My Bag. It had a camera in it and all the gear in it you could use. And if you found it, you got to keep it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
He does pretty cool. Frono's Photos. Jared. I can't think of his last name right now. Jared does photography. Pretty cool, but he wouldn't come on here. He wouldn't. I doubt he would.
I'll tell you. I'm going to leave the name a surprise. But we got a pretty big crocodile guy coming on.
Yeah, we do. We got a crocodile guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to rock that show out because when we get the date, I'm gonna start advertising early.
Yeah, he's a pretty big conservationist, and he's been all around the world. He's pretty famous. He's been on TV a lot, so we're good.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun one. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, who's Britney? Britney Spears?
I asked her to come on, but she was like, "I don't know about that Gary guy." So
tell me about it. Tell me about it. My most famous. I mean, I don't know anyone that's like. I mean, I guess in the music industry I do because I got music industry connections. But outside of that. I mean, Jeff Corwin. I mean, I don't know. I mean, once you're in the game so long and you go to the reptile expos and you do the stuff, you end up running into other animal people.
Yes.
You know, like I forget his name. Remember Survivor when it was first started, and there was a guy with the tie-dye with the beard, and he was tie-dye.
Yeah.
All the time. He used to vend at Indianapolis show, Reptile Expo, Brian Hahn's Reptile Show all the
Rupert?
time. Yes, he used to all the time. He used to vend it.
That's who you're thinking of, right? Rupert, right?
Yep. He would vend it to sign. He didn't sell animals, but he loved reptiles. He would sit there and sign autographs.
Well,
Yeah,
good work.
and a really cool guy. Like a really cool guy. I mean, just down to earth. Survivor didn't blow up his head. He just loved animals, or he still does. He's alive, and it was just really cool. So I know him, and then I know Ton Jones. He used to do the Storage Wars, not Storage Wars, but one of them type of shows like Storage Wars. I know Ton. I got a picture of Ton next to a gorilla he bought at Tinley Park one year. He bought a gorilla statue.
Earl Jones, the ball python breeder, is really good friends with Ton Jones.
Ton's into big cats.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's into big cats and stuff. And Ton's another really good guy. Like, he's just like, wow. I mean, when I first met him, I was kind of like starstruck with him. It was at one of the Tinleys. I forget. One of the Tinleys, he was there. And he signed a bunch of stuff for my family. Just a bunch of stuff. And that,
cool.
So he's just one of them down-to-earth people.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
So Britney Spears won't come on. Jeez.
No, she said she couldn't be on because of you, but that's okay.
Yeah, probably. Storyteller photography. Brittany Gobble is amazing. I see it up here. Let me look Brittany Gobble up. Brittany Gobble. Watch her be huge. Oh, I'm struggling here, guys. I like looking at new stuff, but I don't watch YouTube. I kind of play it when I'm sleeping. So it's stuff like Peter McKinnon does visual, but I like listening to his words. Oh, there is Brittany Gobble right there. Oh, whoa. Wait, whoa. She's into reptiles. I'm learning something new. Motley Ball Python Clutch. Let's Talk NR Mandarin. Okay, if you guys don't know who she is, you need to check her out. This is pretty cool, guys. She has 1.9K subscribers, but I mean, she's pretty cool.
New TheraFlu Flu Elite.
I hate commercials. Sorry, guys. Look at this. First, I thought it was 1.9 million. Still, I mean, she's got some pretty cool stuff. She's into reptiles, into kitty cats. All right, check that out. I didn't know there was a Motley Ball. What's a Motley Ball? Right, ball python people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what a Motley Ball is. What's NR Mandarin? That sounds like a leopard gecko.
It's a mandarin.
Oh.
What do you mean pass, Josh? What do you mean pass?
He likes ball pythons, and he might. What's a Motley Ball, Josh? Josh, you're a ball python guy. What's a Motley Ball? And Texas kid, what's a Motley Ball?
Yeah, good questions.
New pets, huh?
You're not a fan of Britney's? Is that what you're saying?
Not a fan of Brittany? Oh, I'm gonna check it out. Never heard of it. I want a Motley Ball. I want a Motley Ball now. I want a Motley Ball. Let's see. Oh, she just cut the eggs, so you don't get to see one. Well, that
I'm trying to
just
think
sucks.
who we can get on here.
I don't know. How'd you like my colorful art that I threw together 25 or like right away?
I thought that was good.
I threw that together pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Oh, what can I do?" And I just said, "Oh, that looks good." People I want to get on here. I mean, I would like to get a ball python person, like an actual. Like, I would love to get Josh on here. Tell you the truth, I'd love to get Josh on here. He knows.
We had
his
what's
stuff.
his name lined up, but he can't come on this time of day.
We just gotta fix it. We just gotta figure it out. We just gotta do a different.
You know
time
what
of
I'm
day
talking
to
about,
record it.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
We just gotta record it.
He's a big guy, yeah.
The problem is if we record it, then people can't talk live.
No.
So what we'd have to do is record it, and we would have to have all the questions.
We could do a premiere. Yeah, you do it and then do a premiere, and then we just sit and watch it, and everybody watches it and asks questions then, yeah.
I would like to get a ball python person. I would like to get a hognose person.
Yeah. I got a king snake guy, but I got to talk to him guy.
Get the king
garter
snake guy
snake
up.
guy too.
Garter snake would be cool. Our buddy Miles does garter snake stuff. We gotta get Miles on here. But Miles is so busy. Miles makes me look like I'm not busy. Miles is a busy dude.
Oh, I believe he is.
I was thinking about getting Evan on here and talking about his podcasting.
Oh.
But I was thinking about we got this like chat with me, Leo, and stuff. I was thinking about we call ourselves a cheesehead morphs. And I was thinking about getting them and getting a round table because it'd be Dylan, Leo, Evan, and Miles. It'd be pretty cool.
Jeez,
I mean, the knowledge in that room. Leo's like a really underrated guy right now. He's producing some heat, and I mean, he's like, "Oh, look at this guy's like, it's like, what is this?" And I'm like, "Leo, dude, I'm like, that's some fire, bro." But I want to get Josh on here, talk about some ball pythons. I want to get an amphibian guy on there, but I don't know about that one. I just don't know. I don't know what people, how they would react. I mean, I might be able to get Novi on, Rainforest Junkies.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get her and Molly, his wife, but I just don't know who else. I mean, I want to hit all the species. I got a monitor guy that we can get on here.
That would be fun.
I honestly, get ready for this. I was honestly thinking about getting Jillian on, so she can talk, but I don't know if she will. So we can talk about the issues and how we're gonna, and try to reinsure people. But I mean, the issue, because she is the largest producer of mealworms in the world.
Of course.
So I thought about that. I can't wait for you to start producing mealworms. I mean, I need a couple million a month. Can you just handle that? Thanks.
Yeah.
The balls are my wife's. I just help her keep. Okay, Josh. So we need Josh and the wife on the show. We need Josh and the wife.
I have a corn snake breeder I might be able to get on here, a bigger one.
What's a corn snake? Can you imagine? Oh, I'm getting into spiders, like big, like true spiders.
Oh, my buddy wants to come back on.
I want Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I want him back on. I really want him back on. I've watched that episode because I was so sick. One of the better episodes we've ever done. Oh, Sylvia, you guys have ever heard of Evergreen State Reptile? Evergreen State? No.
I think I have.
Nope.
But I have to think about it for a minute.
But I want to get redback spiders. They're bigger than widows. They're Australian.
They they're very similar to the black widow, but they're related to them. But it's definitely there you go. Michael's on right now.
There we go. That I really want to get him back on. He had so much knowledge. Yes, Mike, we're gonna hook that up. But I've been getting into tarantulas lately, dude, and like invertebrates, like the different stuff, not the normal stuff. Like literally, I go to John Apple, my buddy, and I go, "Hey, yo, I want to, have something different." He came up the last show and handed me the Black Widow because I lost my Black Widow. You knew about that. I had my one for about a year and a half, and it died. I think the one I have. My mom's messaging me. I'll message you back, Mom. I'm online. I'm live. But I think it's gonna lay an egg sac, my widow. So I'm gonna deal with that. I don't know exactly how to deal with it, but John's gonna help me because I'll probably release them because they're native to this area. I don't know. I don't know how many does a Black Widow have? How many babies?
That one guy lost 1,000 of them, I guess.
So
I don't know.
I really like the widow, but I've been looking at different type of true spiders in the redback. Really, it's massive. It's a massive spider.
I've never seen one, so I've seen them, but I've never seen how big they are.
I've been looking at those.
You need a tailless whip scorpion. That's what Mike says. Michael.
All right, tailless whip scorpion. Frank the Tank's in the house. I see Frank the Tank. Did I see Frank earlier? I
No,
love
he
my
just,
Widow.
He just popped in.
My Black Widows are fun. Guys, give you a story that I did. I told Dylan only because Dylan was over at the house yesterday. But my Black Widow was in a little jar. If you guys seen it on my Facebook and in the Instagram, it was just in a little jar, but it's a full size adult. I don't know how John got it in there, but it was in there. Okay. And so I took it home and I opened the cup and she just stayed in there. Well, Gary's going to set it up in a tub so it can live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, come on out. It won't come out. So I just stick my finger in there. And I go like this and it come out on my hand. I'm like, come on out. And it came out on my hand. And then I have a brown spider that kind of looks like a widow. I got to get a picture of it. I caught it.
Is it a false widow or is it
might-
a brown widow? They have widows up here that are brown, but they're like I forget the exact name of them.
Okay.
But they are a widow.
I'm going to take a picture of it because it looks just like the widow, but brown.
Uh-huh.
And it's smaller. It's about half the size. So I caught it. It was in the facility, and I caught it, and I gave it a roach. It attacked the roach like instantly. And I was like, perfect. So I got that. I got some salmon pinks. And then I got the Versacolors and stuff like that. I found a widow in my yard a while ago. My widows, I'm getting it. I don't want to breed. it. So anything I produce probably go back to John. I'll just give it to him. I don't care. But it's just I'm getting attached to them. I'm like watching them and how they're building their webs. False widows and brown widows. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to take a picture of it. It's fast, but my widow's kind of fast. So my salmon pinks, my LPs, they're about half the size of a dime, maybe a little bit bigger than that. Not a dime size yet. And they come on my hand, and I feed them on my hand. I literally take them out, and I'll put roach on my hand. They'll eat right out in my hand.
I just sent you a picture.
I gotta go over here and do this. Oh, someone just sent me an Instagram of somebody too. That's exactly what it looks like. 100%. That's what it looks like. That's exactly what the legs have. Some stripes on them. And it acted just like a widow too. It wrapped up the stuff before it bit it. So that is exactly it. That is the what I have. I caught it in my gecko room. To tell you the truth, my gecko room had it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Black Widow. If people haven't seen it, is it on my Insta?
Hello, Wally.
I wonder if it's on my Insta. I thought I had it. My buddy John gave me. I don't. Oh, geez, I don't have it on my Instagram. Oh, I'm sorry, Instagram people. Maybe it's on my Facebook. Where did I post it? I thought I posted it, dude.
I seen pictures of it.
Yeah, I know. I sent it to you. I sent you most of my pictures right away. I posted. Oh yeah, real quick before you find this widow, my widow for you guys to see. Go over to Evan's show. He's got Session 8 out of Strength and Leos with Seth and Heidi. That's going to be a really good one.
Oh, that will be.
I did not post my. Oh, there it is. There. So this is it came in. So it's a little jar, and that's what my widow came in. And so I took it home or to the shop, and to get it out of there because she wouldn't come out of there, I stuck my finger in there. Oh, good. Josh, you want to? Heidi and Seth are gonna be doggy. But that widow there, my other widow lived about a year, and she never laid an egg sac. And I'm not totally sure if that's the reason she died at a year. If they just die after a year and a half.
Yeah, I don't know much about them, so
because some people tell me they can live up to 3 years.
Uh-huh.
But that's an adult. That's an adult widow, and she's my friend. Like that's my first thing I check on. Then I check on my ghost manises. I bought like a fake orchid mantis, which I don't know if I have a picture of it. And I will tell you guys this: feeding goblins to him, the goblin killed it.
Oh my gosh!
Yep. I thought mantis can handle things the same size as them, right? And this was a really small mantis, or mantid, or whatever it is.
Mantid.
Yeah, this was it. I don't know what kind it was. I forget. It has little spikes on it. I think I paid $15 for it, but I fed it just like I did the ghost mantis. I gave it the same size goblin roaches, and all I found was legs. I can't find it. It's not in there. But the roach is running around still. So
the spinny flower mantid.
Oh, there we go. The spiny flower mantid. There we go. I'm really upset.
Oh, spiny. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna try to get another one. I'm gonna give it red runners. Red runners don't seem to be as aggressive. I do know that goblins will eat protein. They go after it. So I'm gonna try to give it some red runners because I do have colonies of both. But and then if you guys want to see my Versa, I do got a Versa color. Where's my Versa? Don't you have Versa colors?
No.
There's my boy. Or my girl. I don't know what it is. I play with it. That one comes right on my fingers too. I don't care. She don't
I need
hurt
to
me.
get some scorpions, though. I'll tell you that.
Dude, my favorite scorpion is Arizona Harry's. I want more. And they're cheap. They are aggressive. They are not afraid of nothing.
No. We used to have them in the store.
I got to
And they
check
were
out
pretty
peanut beetles. I should try peanut beetle larva. I do have peanut beetles. My ghost mantis are like huge now. I should take pictures. I mean, they're like that. My ghost mantis they're huge. And they love me. Like I literally can open up and they'll crawl to me. I put my hand there, it crawls to my hand. All of them do.
Yeah.
So my ghost mantis, I really love the Versicolor. Most of my stuff is my wife is sending me stuff. Everyone's sending me stuff. What is people sending me stuff for? Like that doesn't have nothing to do with the show. It's okay though. So let me see what this evergreen. Oh wait, evergreen. There's ball pythons. So guys, go check out Evergreen State Reptiles. Look at all these. So you can baby monitors. Looks like they breed a little of everything. Leachianus.
Yeah, looks that way.
Are them Kimberleys? I'm not a monitor expert, guys, so I'll probably really mess up with monitors. Hognose, mangrove, there's Bioga. What is that? That's an insane looking ball python, dude. I don't know what it says. This one is so hard. Quick shout out. It doesn't say what it is. This one's for you. Pastel Highway, Cross Pastel, Leopard Phantom, Paradox Highway. I don't know what any of that is. Have no clue. We've got some cool stuff, though. Do you remember when California king snakes like these right here were like $10?
I used to have a ton of them. Used to buy them for $5 when you'd buy a lot of 10 or more. Now they're $100, $200. Here, Michael wants you to share this picture. So
okay.
I'll send them to you.
Yeah. This is a really cool freaking page. I'm following this person before I leave. I gotta follow this person because I'll totally check this person out. That is cool. That's cool. Hopefully they're good people because I think Josh said he was good people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go here. What is that? What is that? I want that.
That's a desert hairy scorpion.
Mine's fat because I probably feed it too much.
Go to the next picture I sent you to.
So you can hold them?
He says he has a ton of them.
mine will sting the hell out of me. Like, it does not like me at all. My Death Stalker, I'll pick up my Death Stalker. My Death Stalker is calm as can be. My Desert Harry will try to mess me up. Like, my Death Stalker, okay, I take tongs. Okay, guys, I take tongs and I hand feed my scorpions and my tarantulas. I know I'm stupid. But my Death Stalker will real gently take your claw. Let me get this off because I like showing people. Or take her claw, grab it, pull it in, real slow, go and sting it, take it away, and then take her other claw and start eating it. The Desert Harry, I'll take it in. It will attack the tongs. It does not care. It's like, no, I don't want the roach. I'm going to attack them tongs. It does not care.
Until it stings you. No, I'll be like, oh, I thought you were supposed to be nice to me.
John told me the Desert Harry would be like a bee sting. It wouldn't hurt me as bad.
Uh-huh.
I feel that even arachnids are smart to an extent.
To an extent, yes.
Yeah, to an extent. Like, I know my widow knows, like, my tarantulas that I have know when I'm getting in there that I'm not trying to attack them. So they they act normal. But that Desert Harry does not care. Like, my centipede, it'd be stupid. I think I could probably hand feed my centipede now. She's so gentle. She just comes up and she just takes it.
Until you show me a picture of her hanging from your finger and you're screaming, ah!
Oh, I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, so I mean, I really, 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 really like the arachnids. I'm looking at boral scorpions.
All right. If you want arachnids,
yeah,
Webbed Obsessions has a ton of slings and stuff, so you need to talk to Michael.
That's what I'm going to talk to. I'm going to talk to him and see what I can get hooked up with. I'm not looking to sell anything. Everyone that, like, I got another person that is getting these borals in, and they say they're not, I forget the actual scientific name, and he's going to kick my butt. He said they'd never been where you didn't need a male. And his friend has this exact boral, and it's breeding without a male. It just has babies. Huh. And it's so he's giving them away to other people. And I said, well, if that happens to me from you, I'll just give them back to you. I don't want the babies. I don't want them. So the only one that I dream of, and I don't know if I said this last week, is I lost one of my ghost mantises. I had a male and a female together that were about this big, but I would say about almost a little under 2 inches. And I seen a molt hanging, and I only got one mantis. So either the one that molted was soft and the other mantis ate it, or the mantis molted and was bigger than the other one and ate it.
Yeah.
I'm really upset about it because I always keep roaches in there, and I lost the female. So I have 2 male ghost mantis. No, or mantids. I don't know what you say.
I don't think you should keep them together, but...
I wanted to have like a huge cage and keep them together because they were supposed to be communal, but now I don't think I'm going to anymore. Centipede bites suck. Oh, geez.
I know Hot and Tata scorpions. You don't need a male for them either. They just automatically.
You were telling me. I think I'm going to do that.
The sting from a Hot and Tata is bad news. Like, really bad news. I mean, like, Gary's on life support in the hospital.
That's all good. When I'm around, I try to do things responsible. Like the Death Stalker, when I don't use my hands to go in there to get this log out and all that, because she hides, or him. I think it's she, but it's not gravid.
That is possible. If when it molted, if it didn't have if it was soft, the roach didn't eat it.
It might have been that too. It might have been the roaches. It might have been that. Because I do keep roaches in a closure. But the roaches can't get to the top because the roaches can't climb. That's the only thing I didn't know, but it could have molted and went down.
I've heard of mealworms doing that to tarantulas after they molt, when they're still in the soft, when they first molt. If there's a superworm going over and eating it before it hardens up.
And let's see. He's got. I know folks that have success with communal ghost maps, but never kept them together just for that reason. I'm really, really I don't want to do it no more. But I want mantids. At one time I let them all go. I ordered the green ones.
Uh-huh.
And it came from Wisconsin. And I was like, there were so many. I got like 5 egg sacs. I had so many mantids. They were all over my house. They were all over. I was like, I'll never do that again. I don't want to breed them. Well, the ghost mantids I did. Ghost mantids I wanted to breed, but mealworms are hard to find. Superworms are real hard to find. No one has them.
My kid found when he was real little, about 5 years old. My mom and dad had this big, what they called elephant grass in their yard, a section of it, and you got to cut it down. And they cut it down in the spring, and in there was a little cocoon looking thing. So I hung it up so we could see if anything popped out of it. And my dad's sitting in his chair, and every once in a while you see something just drop on his shoulder, and he was like, "What the heck is that?" And then he stood up, and his whole back was covered with mantids. All over. There were hundreds of them. It was great.
Oh, geez, that's hilarious. I mean, I really like the mantids. I like those. I like how the ghost ones, my bigger ones, I should take a video of it if I ever get time. I can open the cage, put my hand out, and it will crawl to my hand instead of my hand. Both of them. They just come out right instead of my hand. And I sit there, and the one a box at my finger. If I do this, it'll box at my finger. But I walk out of my gecko room because I'll put them in the gecko room for a little bit while I'm feeding. I'll leave them set on outside the cage. They just sit there. They're good to go. They're like, oh yeah, this is great.
See, I always wanted to get stuff like that, but then I have to get rid of some stuff because I got too much stuff the way it's going. I'm serious.
Well, that's my problem. Is I'm not breeding anything wholesale anymore, so that helps me out.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty spread out. You got ball pythons, crescent geckos, gargoyle geckos, leopard geckos, the tarantulas, the isopods.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you got a lot. You did that ball pythons, man. You did ball pythons. Well, geez, why did you do cobra food?
Because some of us people don't look at it as cobra food.
I love it. The last show was,
and I got king snakes too. Just see, I did breed.
Oh yeah, you got king snakes. Yeah, you got king snakes. The last show, my buddy DNA Reptilia, he sold some of his ball pythons pretty darn cheap. He got rid of them. He had some nice stuff, like cool looking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was moving some ball pythons.
I got mine from Jim because I won that thing from Wally's giveaway. And it worked out great.
Yeah, Jim's pretty cool. Jim is. I talked to Jim.
Him and I got a lot in common. Same with Michael. We got a lot of the same issues going on.
Yeah, Jim's been hurting for a bit.
Oh, for a bit now. He messed his leg up. Yeah, his knee.
Yeah, for a bit. But he does produce some freaking cool looking snakes. I will tell him that.
He's a great guy too. Great person.
I mean, if I was into buy resell game, like buying other people's stuff to resell it, I would talk to him because he always puts up like these are wholesalable, but I just don't sell other people's stuff anymore.
Yeah, well, you're correct. He's an outstanding guy. Absolutely.
Oh, my chat's like all far out.
Him and I both have spinal bifida, so we suffer a lot of the same problems, and it's great.
Well, it's not great that you guys suffer from that.
No, it's great that I found somebody who's in the hobby that I can relate to. Same, Michael too. Him and I got a lot of same things, and we kind of relate real well with things.
I believe Jim did. Jim was at Tinley.
Yes, he was, even with a broken knee.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, he was. It wasn't easy, but he was at Tinley. I'm most sure he was. So yeah, that was kind of cool.
Did you see? Do you ever watch Snakes and the Fat Man podcast?
No, I have not yet.
Okay. He had Mike Wilbanks on. And Mike Wilbanks is coming out with this new incubator. And it's like the ultimate freaking incubator. It does everything. It will call you on the phone. You can lock the damn I mean, you need to look it up. Go to Mike Wilbanks' YouTube channel and look it up. Absolutely insane. And the prices are cheap compared to the other competitors. I mean, absolutely amazing.
Well, Will Banks is a thinker. If people don't understand, if they don't think of Will Banks is a smart dude, and he's got money.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got deep pockets. Love you, Mike. I'm just going to his website. I was there when Mike Wilbanks bought into Banana.
Oh yeah.
At that time, I've never seen so much money at one time. I was like
$25,000, I think it was, wasn't it? Or
125.
125. Yeah, but if you go to Mike Wilbanks' YouTube channel, he talks about him. It's like a 5-minute video, and they're just amazing.
Let me see, Mikey Wilbanks. Come on, Mikey Wilbanks. That's Snake. Oh, it's Snake Man and a Fat Man. Snakes and a Fat Man.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find a video for you, and I'll send it to you.
Well, this is the one that you were talking about.
Yeah, but he doesn't have them on there.
Why can't I find Mike Wilbanks? Growing Up Wilbanks. Is that it? Growing Up Wilbanks? That's not it.
Yeah, it's Growing Up Wilbanks is what it is.
It's got his face all over it, boy. I say go Growing Up Wilbanks.
And it's his video that came out 10 days ago.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay. Nope, I got it.
All right.
There we go. So Wilbanks for hooking you up.
I'm excited to introduce to you the new Wilbanks homeostatic incubators. I've been working on this project for a couple years now with a manufacturer in China. We have designed this incubator to be the top of the line. These are professional incubators with every feature you could possibly want. It has a carbon filtration system in it, fans built in, LED lights. We call it the homeostatic incubator because it will maintain a set point regardless of the room temperature. It has heating and cooling built in, so if your room starts overheating, it'll supply cooling to keep your eggs at just the perfect temperature.
Oh, come on.
So let me get in and show you some of the features that we've put in. We've really put a lot of thought into our design. First of all, we have a built-in thermostat, beautiful control panel. You have constant LED display of both the internal temperature and the set point. You can adjust up or down right here. So I'll turn it back up to 90. You have your on-off switch. You can turn your LED lights that are built in off or on. The shelves pull out so that you have easy access to your clutches. You have the fans built in the back. We have the air filtration module. That's a carbon filter. Helps keep the air pure as your eggs are incubating. And these fans are sucking in and they're blowing down through the back. And then behind every clutch of eggs is vents. So this is very well thought out because a lot of the mistakes I made early on was drying eggs out with fans kind of blowing on the egg chambers themselves. This way, most of the air movement is taking place behind the scenes, not on your eggs, so it can dry them out. And then at the bottom, we have this wood shelf that is designed to put a pan of water. And the reason we designed a shelf for a pan of water is in the beginning of the season, when you only have your first couple of clutches, I've had trouble with maintaining humidity in an incubator. So I always added a pan of water down at the bottom. So this is designed to allow you to do that. And then as you fill the incubator up, you can remove that pan of water and it's just additional space to store your eggs. Once your incubator's full, humidity is not really an issue. But in the beginning, just to be safe, I would put a pan of water down at the bottom. So every model comes with keys and a lock. So you can lock your incubator up. Now, nobody else can get into it. It's locked shut. One of the things I like about the locking system we put on it is our thermostat is inside the door, so your eggs are locked up and secure, but also so are the adjustments to your incubator. So you won't have people being able to walk by and make an adjustment without this key. This incubator is what the reptile hobby's needed for a long time. It's a really, really professional product. You're going to be proud to have this in your reptile room. I can't wait to get some of these sent out so that I can start hearing feedback from customers about how happy they are with it, because I'm blown away by it. I mean, this thing is special. It's really solid. It's beautiful. You're going to be proud to have it. We have a limited number of these coming in right now. We have more manufacturer, but you're going to want to get some out from this first run. So if you're interested in getting one, you need to go over to the website, place an order now. We should be shipping orders in the next 3 to 4 weeks. That in the future, I built this warehouse for this project. So we will have these in stock all the time. There'll be no lead time. I think that's very important with equipment in the reptile business. There's such a huge lead time. It's really frustrating for us. So that was important to me. I wanted to make sure that we could have a good enough stock to where people wouldn't have to wait. You know, you place an order and it'll ship in the next week or so. There has been a wait for people who did pre-orders, primarily because shipping takes so long these days. But I'm proud to say that we have trucks on the way. These things are going to be here within the next week, and then we'll start getting orders packaged up and shipped out to you. So go to the website right now. We have several models to choose from. This big tank is not for everybody. But we have a size for everybody. We have small incubators. If you're just getting started out and you only have a few clutches, you might as well do it right and make sure that you're going to incubate your eggs successfully and hatch those beautiful little babies. So I'm excited about this project. I'm excited for you guys to go over to our website, go over WillbanksReptiles.com. I'll put a link below in the description. Check them out. Go, all the specs are there. Send me a message or an email if you have any additional questions. This model, our largest, this is the WH760, holds 64 clutches. That's a lot of clutches. This is really all the incubator you'll need. And I say if you need more incubator space than this, then I guess you better get 2.
Wow.
Now, you think about that, all different sizes, and they run from a few $100s only up to like $3,000 or something. Now that big one might be like $3,000 or $4,000, but if you look at the competitors, the price is like way more than that, and their incubators are smaller than that.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm getting right to the prices right now.
Yeah, I don't know exact prices, so you couldn't quote me on it. You would have to look it up. But do you know how many crested gecko eggs you could fit in that big incubator?
A lot.
Or not crested geckos, but leopard geckos. I mean,
leopard geckos. You don't have the prices on them.
I thought he did. I thought I saw them on there.
Oh, he does. Okay, you just had to scroll down.
Okay.
So $9.95 for the WH80 holds 7 trays of gecko eggs or 5 ball python clutches. So that one's a gecko one for $9.95. Now people are, I mean, that's not bad. If you think about it, let's say you get a refrigerator. I mean, a gecko breeder's not going to need that super big one, 64 clutch. I mean, that would
super one.
That would hold. I mean,
thousands.
But I mean, get 2 of the WH80s, or maybe even the WH154s. I mean, think about it. If you're breeding nice geckos, I mean, that's 10 geckos, $100 geckos.
I bet you the incubator that I made, that could probably hold thousands of clutches.
Dude,
hundreds
I mean,
hundreds of clutches.
100%. But let's say you spent what that's really worth. Let's say $400 for that refrigerator. And then the heat and everything, you would have $600 wrapped up into it to do fans.
Easy.
To do what he's doing, you'd have $1,000 right there. I don't know how he's got that, to tell you the truth.
He made a deal with this manufacturing company or something. So, like he's buying. You see how big that warehouse is? He had that built just for those incubators to hold. So
Yeah, that the WH. I mean, I can share this. It looks like this one here. I don't care about this one. Oh, this where it starts. WH80. This 41 and 90 degrees. It is PTC heating plate with air circulating fans. It has everything at seventh floor. I don't know what that means. Number of laminates. Okay, I don't know what that means. But I mean, you get 2 of those, an average leopard gecko breeder. Even if you went to this, I think this 154 would be the one I would go with. I need 2, 3 of them. I mean, that's not a bad deal. Even this one, even the bigger one, even this like this one here for $2,000. 2 of those right there. I mean, 29 clutch of ball pythons. You might clutch it. It's insane.
Look at the big one. All right, that's only $4,000. Now, if you went to like Sea Serpents and looked at their stuff's like $5,000, and it's way smaller than that. So I'm not saying anything bad about Sea Serpent.
Oh, the shipping's up there though.
That's because you know how expensive shipping is, right? Well, even that's still only $4,600 for that big one for 1 year.
I wonder what shipping is on the small boys. Let's see if you went to WH. I mean, it's not bad. It is what it is. It's not. So shipping is going to be cheaper on these. Pickup available, so you can go right to his place. Oh, you can buy it right now. They're ready right now. Shipping calculated at checkout. So this is just normal shipping.
Yeah, it's small enough to fit inside. See, the other one who's got to rent it. They probably have to rent a truck because it's big.
A truck.
It's 300. Yeah.
Same thing
It's
here.
free.
You're still shipping information. Yeah, that's gonna be normal shipping to 3,500. We export, but that's exporting. So just that big boy, I think, is the bit expensive one. Oh no, shipping on that one's $400.
Yeah, well, that goes by weight too. How much does that one weigh? If you look up there, it tells you how much it weighs.
This one here, I think the weight's over here.
Yeah, it's top.
Right there. So 82 pounds for that gecko one, and up to 300. That's why 330 pounds. But still,
Yeah.
I mean,
that ain't bad.
you think of something that's going to last you and incubate all them eggs. I mean, think about it. I mean, if you get $1,000, let's say $1,500, 15 geckos at $100 a piece. You got yourself an incubator. That's not a bad deal. I mean, and that's going to something that's going to produce for you year after year.
Yeah.
Now, only thing I would ask him is if something breaks on it, can they get the parts or what? That's the only thing.
How does the warranty work on it? Yeah.
Not even warranty. It's like if the thermostat, can I buy the thermostat to fix what I have, or do I have to buy a whole new unit?
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, it does. I mean, can I buy a probe, or can I buy? I mean, them look like computer fans. Is it repairable by me, or does it have to have a tech, or what is it? You know, the filter, is a filter replaceable? Because I don't see the filters on here. So I mean, there's little questions that, I mean, I'm sure he's going to ask. I mean, the price is like dead on. That WH760, that big one. How many gecko eggs are you putting there?
A lot.
I would just feel like, oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't even know what was going on. Will Banks making some cool stuff happen on there.
Yeah.
I mean, $1,000 for it's. No, what the cool thing is if it has power, it will cool your stuff if it overheats. It will keep it at that temp. So that means you can put that incubator in your gecko room. And you can cool it. It will cool the stuff instead if you need to have it be cooler. Because my incubators can't be in my gecko room. My gecko rooms are 80, 85 degrees sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I know. Mine can't either, I got to say.
I was like, well, do you do every temp? No, I don't. It's just the freaking racks. Yeah, you can make it, but I mean, once you get to that, I mean, let's say like my refrigerator, I pay $50 to $100 for a refrigerator.
I paid $5.
And then I pay, you paid $5, and then I pay for everything in the thermostat. I end up having like $300-400 into it. Okay, and I don't use the whole refrigerator half the time. So to pay $1,000 for something, it's just going to be there. I mean, it's just one of the things that looks good. It makes it look good for you, you know.
I have two. I have that one that you've seen.
Yep.
And then I have a big one next door that's double door. And
ready JMG. It's do you know them wood cabinets? They incubate their eggs in one of them wood cabinets.
Yeah.
It's just in their gecko room.
And then I got two little ones, two little hoverbators to make males.
Yep. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I like the look. I mean, at some point, I would like to have all my racking match and it just look nice. Because let's be honest, if you have wood racks, they get dirty really quick and it's hard to clean them. It just is. It's one of the things that they get marked up, dinged up. If you had the plastic one, you wipe them down. But I do wood racks all day. I got wood racks now. But when people come over, eventually they get beat up. I mean, I like my animal plastic stuff, but I mean, find a company from 20 years ago still making stuff, you know. I mean, ARS
is one, and so is Vision.
I like the Vision cages.
I do
like
too.
the Vision racks.
I like them a lot.
I mean, you go Vision. And that's on Vision racks. That's what my thing's called. Like right here. I mean, this is not a bad little rack. This one here, the V35.
Yeah, no.
I mean, this company, I know it's a bad get, but they're a distributor of Vision racks.
Yeah,
so
you can go to vision.com itself and get them if you want to.
So I mean, and then you can. What's nice about these is, I just want 10. Oh, I want to add. You can just buy more and add on top of it.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. ARS same way. You can buy as many levels you want and just keep adding.
Can I ask why not, Josh? Because back in the day, it's all people used to use, and then you got Juggernaut Reptiles. That's what he uses. It's just you got to adjust the temperature to get it to the right temperature because it takes a lot to get it up to the right temperature you want.
Yeah, the heat cable is a thing, but I mean, I've had them racks. When I was in Ohio before. Now, this wasn't the thing that started the fire. It was an older rack that had an older thermostat. But these racks here, the thing that I had trouble with them is you had to raise the temp a little higher to get the tubs because they weren't enclosed. So
yeah, that's what I meant. You got to turn the temperature up a little bit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. My fire was a faulty thermostat and heat tape. But I mean, it was a thermostat that caused it. It wasn't the heat tape. It was the thermostat that caused it.
Yeah.
Now heat tape. I mean, there's heat tape out there that won't get over 140 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So you get it and you can just plug it in. It won't burn nothing down. So, I mean, that's smart.
Yeah.
LLL.
But heat tape was designed to heat floors. You're supposed to staple it in between your rafters, and it's supposed to heat the floor. That's what it was originally designed for. And then some genius said, let me put it under the cages.
Yeah, we abuse heating elements. I mean, we're keeping them at 90, 98 degrees all the time.
24/7.
It's like, hey, just keep it there. I mean,
sliding stuff over top of it.
Like, here, let's just beat the hell out of it. I mean, if cable and all that, we beat the hell out of stuff.
But the cable in them doesn't really touch the cage because it's pushed down in the little grooves.
Yeah. I heard, you want to know something I heard, and I'm starting to look into it. Someone, I don't want to mention names, but someone said that they read a report that the LED UVB is not good for reptiles. And I've read 2 articles now, but I'm not going to get it out there yet, but I've read a few articles. I'm one to have LED UVB and all my stuff. I've not noticed a difference, but
I'll tell you what I did read, though. I read this whole thing on, because I'm big into my cactuses.
Yeah.
The LED UVB sunlight stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't work the same. It's really not good. It's okay for your plants, but they don't do the same thing as.
That's what they're saying,
Mhm.
and they're seeing an effect in frogs more than most, and amphibians are a big UVB UVA. So
This brings up questions I got to add, but I don't want to.
yeah, no,
Anything, no.
yeah, that's what I'm saying is I want to look more into it because, I mean, let's be honest, our geckos don't really need it, so maybe they'll benefit from it still. But what about our tortoises and what about our
Right.
frogs and stuff like that?
Well, and then remember, it took a while to dial in the bulbs because you remember when it came out with the fluorescent sun bulbs, and people burned all their snakes and blistered them up. They had blisters all over them, just like going out in the sun and being cooked. Al had that problem. Remember,
Yep.
he burned a bunch of his stuff.
That's why we got that conversation yesterday, and my wife was. I'm like, it's not the heat that burns them; it's the UVA and UVB.
Mhm.
It'll blister the animal. So, but they were saying that frogs aren't doing good on it, and I've read a few reports. I can't say anything about the frogs. I can't say. I got some tadpole. I don't know what they're called, but they're starting to get their legs finally because I didn't know you had to tip the cup.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
forgot.
got to tip the cup so you can climb up and out.
My tadpoles just get huge. I'm like, why are they not turning? But yeah, they're good now.
You have giant dart frogs.
Yeah, well, they're like, geez. So I tipped the cup. Yeah, we were talking about that, so I started looking it up, and I'm like, wow, it's kind of it's true. People are complaining that their stuff's not eating right, not growing right. There's nothing really bad about it. It's just different, like you said, just different. So I'm wondering.
Emily wants to know if they're dart frogs, Gary.
Yeah, they're dart frogs. I don't know what species of dart frog they are.
I always wanted to do that, but then I heard the males make a lot of noise.
Yeah, my dart frogs, when I had them, they did, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the chirps. It wasn't like a croaking of a Pac-Man. It was little chirpies, and I enjoyed it.
I think dart frogs would be very cool to get into. Like, I could see me having a whole room of dart frogs.
Well, flies are easy to breed, and that's all you need. And they're cheap. I mean, I used to buy them off my buddy Nico, and I forget what I paid for them. I throw him money, he throw me some.
He doesn't do it no more, right? So
No, Nico's out. Nico's done.
He doesn't even make the little stuff for the front of the cages no more, does he? Damn. I was so into his stuff. I used to watch I could go on and watch his stuff all day on his.
I'm gonna have to
windows
throw
and
almond leaves
cups.
in there. I'm just gonna put them in their tank. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put them in their tank and let it go. But yeah, Nico was what was Nico? When I met Nico, it was at the Green Bay show, and I don't know why, because I never liked dart frogs. I was like, whatever. But we rocked it, and he didn't want to be on camera. I think that's what did it. I used to do video, and he didn't want to be on camera. He just did not want to be on camera. And I kind of made him be on camera. So
he does the pictures with the alligator too, right?
Mm-hmm. No, that is Joe.
Oh, Joe.
Joe. We had Joe on too. He does the high cages.
That's why I got confused.
Yeah, he does the picture with the alligator. Yeah, we've interviewed a lot of people that I've been around, like Joe, Nico. We should get DNA Reptilia on. He does a lot of ball python stuff, and his daughter does gecko stuff. But he works with stuff I never heard of, like hurricane, and I don't know what it is. Not saying it's not anything. I just
the hurricane morph.
Yeah,
it's pretty. It does a lot with both.
Yeah, his is all whacked out.
It's got they call it a hurricane because of the design it does, but at least I think that's what it is. I don't quote me on that, people, because I'm not sure.
He had some really cool stuff on his table.
I would like to get Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles on here because of the way he sets his animals up now.
You know, he's told me he'll do it. He's already told me to do it. I just got to set up the time. We just got to do it.
We need to get him on.
Now I just tell him. Well, he's in Indo right now, so
yeah,
he's in Indo.
Yeah,
with Davy Boy. You can find them cheap on the website. Oh, they're expensive. What are you talking about? Leaves. Oh,
almond leaves.
Yeah.
You can buy them like $5 or something on Amazon. A big stack of them, real big ones.
Oh.
I used to get them for my discus fish. Drop them in, put the tannins in the water. It's really good for them.
People ask me to buy my chow already, like ship chow.
You know, did you see my video I just put up? The one with the
ball pythons I did.
No, the one before that. One
Probably.
right before that. And I was feeding my crested gecko diet, and they were going crazy over it.
You need to package that, man.
Uh-huh.
Package it and sell it on here. I just have to get. I don't think it's worth to sell like a 2-pound bag of chow because of shipping. So I need to do like a 5-pound or 10-pounder and get it shipped to you.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like for roaches, because 2 pounds for a colony doesn't last very long.
No, but 2 pounds for isopods would last you a while.
Well, 2 pounds for isopods will last you a long time. And I'm buying a Miller.
Yeah, you told me that.
I'm buying a Miller.
You can buy me one too. They're good drinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I got these ideas. I got to get roaches because everyone's asking me to buy roaches, but I sell out. Like I have people going, "Hey, I want some 1/2 inch. I want them 3/4 inch." My roaches sell out before they're 3/8.
Wow.
I can't keep them in stock. I literally cannot keep them in stock. So I'm waiting for my ones to hit so I can get to that 200, 300, 400,000 a month. So hopefully they can start growing a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Because my holdbacks, I do hold back 25% every month. And I literally just throw 25% in a big tub and they just grow. But
do you need to start holding back 50% so you can start producing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy. I was talking to a friend, like I told you, if I could invest like $18,000, I'd be one of the largest producers for a while. I don't think I'd ever hit DubiaRoach.com. DubiaRoach.com probably produces a lot.
I'm sure they probably got a whole warehouse.
But yeah, I mean, roaches are it. I got red runners. I got my red runners are going. I got so many eggs because red runners lay egg sacs. I forget what they're called, Othica or something. I have to have hundreds in that hundreds without even lying, hundreds. And I'm like waiting for them to go. And then the goblins, I just look in there and there's thousands of babies, thousands. So
Othitra, is that how you say that? I can't pronounce that word.
I can't.
Frank would know. You know, Frank would know.
Yeah, that's it right there. Whatever that word is. Oh, I say Othica.
Othica.
But the red runners, they lay those, and all the other ones are live bearers because they keep it in their body. My hissers crashed, so I don't know what happened to that. I mean, I had thousands, and they crashed really quick, really hard.
Did they get like too many in a colony or something?
I don't know. When I talked to someone, they said I had to clean them more often than I do dubias, and I clean them about once a month.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. They crashed real hard, so I'm just like whatever.
That
so
sucks.
I'm not gonna do hissers anymore. They crawl out anyway. They're a pain in the butt. They don't sell either. Uthika. There we go. So yeah,
maybe you should have your local exterminator come in and make sure there's no loose bugs running around, huh?
No
spray.
Did I tell you about that? I don't own my building. I lease it, and my landlord's coolest guy in the world. And I literally just leave the rent in the building, and he goes in and gets it. Well, okay, I didn't know that roaches could chew through nylon.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I had a problem with the roaches chewing through nylon. He went in there and seen a few adults crawling around. He's like, "Hey, I can get a exterminator there, and we can get rid of these." I'm like, "No!" Like they'll be dead. And I went in there. It took me 2-3 days. They were good.
Yeah.
But he's like, "What?" I'm like, "They won't live very long outside their cages." So, yeah, he was worried. But I was like, they're dubious. They weren't hissers. They're dubious. They couldn't crawl up the wall, nothing. So.
No. That's what my fear was. If one ever got out, Becky would have a heart attack. What the hell?
Yeah, I was like, no, I have so much stuff there. I was like, no, please, no. And then I showed him one of my 55. He goes, oh my, there's lots. I'm like, there's like 30,000 babies in there. 40,000. He goes, what? I'm like, yeah, they're fine.
At least that's a good landlord, though. Like Emily said, I mean, he understood what some landlords would be like. You can't have this in here, you know.
Oh, he's very. I mean, literally, and it was funny. Like, I'll have the rent on the same spot every month. He'll come pick it up like on the 20th. It's not even the first, not the second, the 20th. I guarantee if I call him right now and say I don't have next month's rent, he'd be like, all right, whatever. It's like
He's
whatever
cool about it.
Oh yeah. And then I've changed the filter in the furnace filter. Just something I do, you know. It's what I do. And he goes, "Oh, that's a pretty big one. Just take it off your rent." I'm like, "I don't even know what I paid for it. I forgot." I was like, oh, "Okay." So I got to go to Meijer and just see what I paid for it, and then take it off my rent, I guess. People say that I'm lucky. Everyone says they get I've been doing mealworms for I don't know how long. Never build up, and I've been dealing. I can sit there and breathe all that in. Don't bother me at all.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, was it Wally said that he had an allergic reaction to roaches now or something? Something like that. Somebody did. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it don't bother me at all. Now, if you
I don't do it with the, I hope I don't have problems with the mealworms.
What the people been saying though, it's because of the frass. You're allergic to frass. If you put vermiculite at the bottom, it kind of helps with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it would take clear it, but it makes it where it doesn't like go up in the air as much. But when you sort them, you're gonna get it no matter what.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, don't bother me at all. I get roaches, whatever. Red runners. Like I kick myself because I thought red runners. There was a rumor that red runners could overtake your house.
That's what I heard.
I had 30 to 40,000 in one colony here in this house. I never had them get out then. I thought, oh my God, they're going to get out. Then I started researching. Dude, they can live at room temperature. They will not breed. They won't breed.
No?
No, their eggs won't they won't breed. They can't. And they can't overtake a house up here. And then the cold, they won't do it. So I was like, cool.
You should do German cockroaches.
Yeah, sure, no. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't,
we know you do, Frank, because we know what happened to you over the summer.
Yeah, I can't. I don't do it. I use, if I get a mouse, I use a live mouse trap.
Yeah, I don't believe in hurting them either.
I'm like, it's not my fault. I mean, not their fault that I moved into their territory. They're just looking for something to eat. That's all they're doing. They just want something to eat. So I literally get a live mouse trap and I trap them and I take them out in the middle of, rocky areas, fields, whatever it is. And then like spiders, I catch them and I put them outside. Even them stupid Japanese beetles, I don't kill them. I hate them things.
Yeah, I try not to either. I usually catch the spider or something and let it go somewhere else.
I'm so involved with wildlife. I had a wild pet raccoon at my mom's place before I moved to Wisconsin the first time. And this raccoon would come up to me, take food out of my hands, let me pet him. He was a wild raccoon. Loved me. For years, this raccoon stayed around. He never got into trash cans. My neighbors knew about him. And then one day, a car had hit him or something. I was gone. My mom took over feeding him and doing stuff for him. And he came to our house, and he was shaking. He could barely walk, and he died on our driveway. My mom's driveway.
Sucks.
So, I mean, like, he knew where to go. He was like, oh, something wrong. He knew where to go. It was kind of cool, but it was sucked that he died.
Yeah.
So he either got in a poison or he got hit by a car because he was convulsing at the end and everything. So he's my boy. I do possums too.
That would be fun.
I'm not scared of nothing. If it's wild, I don't care. I use live traps. That's what I'm taught. Only kill spiders if they have eaten my isopods. I don't kill my spiders either. I love my Black Widow. My Black Widow's like I love her already. But I was worried about her. She went web. For the first 3 or 4 days, she didn't web.
No?
She sat at the bottom of the cup.
Huh.
But she would eat. She would kill and wrap a roach and sit at the bottom.
You wonder if it was just because it was a new place and stuff.
That's what I'm thinking.
But she's doing it now, so.
Oh, yeah. And their webs are sticky.
Oh, and they're strong.
Oh. I've never seen a possum in real life. Seriously? They're actually really intelligent.
Yeah.
I've never seen a possum play dead. If you corner them, they won't play dead. They will come at you.
They will be vicious.
You want to know something almost as bad as poison? A cat getting into my feeder room and knocking the entire Red Runner colony. Oh, geez.
Oh, wow.
My Red Runners, I love my Red Runners, but they are fast. They are called Red Runners for a reason. They are fast. Goblins are quick too, but goblins, if I need goblins, you can stick your hand in my goblin and they'll crawl on your hand, and then you can shake them off in another bin. Red Runners won't do that. They won't jump on your hand as much as goblins. Goblins will, I think that I honestly think they'll eat my dead skin. I think goblins eat protein. Possums don't play dead. They just get so stressed out they pass out. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Yeah, don't corner a possum. If you see a possum, do not corner them. They will mess you up. Their teeth are nasty teeth.
Oh, they got a big mouth too.
Raccoons, I don't recommend anyone doing what I do with raccoons either. Raccoon will mess you up too.
Well, not only that, raccoons do carry a worm that will eat your brain. So
yeah, be careful with raccoons. Just be careful with wildlife. Just be really careful with wildlife. Anytime wildlife can hurt you.
I used to feed this squirrel. All right.
Okay.
And it would come and sit on our railing and look in the window and bang on the window. And I would
That'd be
feed
cool
out
as
to
can
it.
be.
Every day it did that. My dad called me one day. He's like, I can't get out of the house. I'm like, why? He goes, there's a squirrel's waiting for food. Sitting there, just sitting on the railing. It would climb up on the railing and look in the window and go, ding, 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 ding.
I want
so I'd run out.
something.
I'd run out some food to it, and it would take it and go and do its thing.
See, I'm telling you, I love wildlife. We got wolf packs up north. I love. Like I told you guys, I like Utah. I would love to live in Utah. I would love it. The wildlife there's a little different than Montana. I was thinking Montana too because of Yellowstone. So the wildlife is just a little different. You got bighorn down in Utah. You got the reptilian is a little bit bigger in Utah, Arizona. You got different type of rattlesnakes. I think the Southern Pacific does go out to Utah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
The Mojave does. The Mojave rattlesnake does get out to Utah. Nevada is the Mojave Desert. That's why it's called the Mojave. But Mojaves, if you guys ever want to see a cool looking rattlesnake, Mojave and Southern Pacific rattlesnakes break every rule with rattlesnake venom.
Oh, I know. Neurotoxic and everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy stuff.
Like their venoms are nasty. Their venoms is like, and they're not that big. Mojaves are not big, but they're my favorite. Mojaves are my favorite buzztail. So, more brain-eating amoebas are appearing in lakes in the USA. Whoa.
Yep. Lake Mead. That little kid went swimming 2 weeks ago and got one and died.
Don't you drink water from Lake Mead?
Yeah, but they filter that. He was swimming in the lake itself before it got chlorinated and.
Oh, geez. And he got a brain. It ate his brain.
Yep. Yeah, you can look it up. It was like last week or something. Yeah, he died.
Okay, I'm not going swimming in Lake Mead now.
I wouldn't either. No, anywhere where the water doesn't get cold anymore, and that lake is drained so much it doesn't get as cold as it used to.
Yeah, it's shallow compared to what it was. Whoa. We have a cougar eating wolves right now around me. Cougars are... Emily, you're out in Oregon, right? Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Washington.
Cougars... People think... I've argued with people all the time. They're like, cougars don't live... cougars are very much here. Especially up in Washington, Oregon.
I told you about the story with Becky, right?
Yeah.
With the gas station right out here.
It's... A cougar will mess you up.
She walks in, everybody's standing at the windows. She's like, what's everybody looking at? The cougar behind your car. And she was pumping gas. Didn't even see it.
Cougars,
yeah, they're all over here.
Cougars, they won't. They're real shy though too. They're sort of shy.
They've been coming into town here, and I think they've been trying to hunt people's dogs.
But it's really weird that the cougar's eating wolves though, because a wolf pack would take a cougar pretty easy. That's weird.
You know what else we got around here? Coyotes.
Oh, coyotes! The coyotes are.
My sister put her cat out because she has a cat and she lets it out, and I don't know. I agree with them all the time about letting your cat out. I said one day something's going to happen to the cat and you're going to be sorry. She let the cat out. the neighbor watched a coyote come up and grab the cat, and another coyote came over and grabbed the cat, and they ripped it in half, and both took off at half of the cat. So
Coyotes are getting big too. I don't get big. They're getting big. But most of the time, if you see a wolf-like animal in a city, it's a coyote.
Yeah.
By far, it's a coyote. The coyotes don't travel in packs usually. But a wolf, if you see a lone wolf, something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Something's
But around
wrong
here,
with
the coyotes travel. They seem to travel in packs of 3 to 10.
it. Really? You guys got grays out. You got gray wolves out there too, right? You
Yes,
got
we do.
grays.
Becky seen one of them too. She was driving and the game warden.
Yeah.
She was talking to the game warden. She saw one over about 10 minutes from
Because
here.
grays aren't as big as timbers, but
No.
timbers aren't down here. But gray will mess up your day.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, grays are. What I saw an Eastern Diamondback last week. It was so awesome. It was so awesome and rare sight. They're endangered. So you seen? Where are you at in Florida?
That's what I was gonna say.
Frank, you're in Florida. You in Georgia? Somewhere?
He lives in New Jersey, but I don't know.
Oh, Frank's in New Jersey.
Yeah.
You seen Eastern? Well, I did. That's right. I forget people's addresses, dude. I forget people's addresses. So you seen Eastern Diamondback in New Jersey? Okay. I'm not okay. And we're starting to get gray wolves. Gray wolves are a population. They'll help with population of deer big time.
Yeah.
Dude, New Jersey, wow, dude. And Emily's in Washington, so that's right. Emily's in the Bigfoot area. Yeah, Bigfoot. So yeah, cougars are up there, New Jersey and Eastern. Wow. Massasaugas are getting tagged here because they're endangered. Massasaugas are endangered in Wisconsin area. And
I'll tell you what, they did a study this year here on the prairie rattlesnake. And they used to say they only live on the one side of the river, right? But I'm like, no. They said they won't cross water. This is what people used to think. And I'm like, I don't know where you get they don't cross water, but whatever. So they went out and did a study, and they found that there's so many rattlesnakes on this side of the river. They're not telling anybody where they're at because they don't want people going out and catching them and stuff. The game and fish department.
Yeah.
But they said if you knew how many were around, you'd be shocked.
So yeah, you also say you're North Dakota. You should have prairies.
Yep.
I mean, you should have some. I don't know.
No, just prairie rattlesnakes. That's it.
I mean, you don't have Massasaugas out there.
No.
No, I was gonna say that's a little too far north. A little too much.
But they said they're everywhere. People don't even know they're there.
Prairies are pretty snakes.
Well, and they got an attitude too.
Do you got the light tan ones out there, or you got the darker gray ones?
It depends on where you're at in the state. Some parts of the state they're like a tan color, but the further west, southwest you go, the color changes.
See, that's what I'm saying. Is you're so close to Montana. You're so close to that big time wildlife. You're like the big time wildlife. Like
my son lives like 5 minutes from the border. Of Montana, he loves it over there in Montana.
Because you get to Montana, go past Billings. Once you get past Billings, Montana, I mean, the wildlife starts just blowing up. Like you start getting grizzlies. I just had to argue with somebody that says grizzlies aren't in America. I was like, that's like the thing in America. That's like our big boy. I was like, come on, Montana. I want to move to another state one day, and Montana's on it, but. If I move to Montana, here's two things. If I ever moved to Montana, I would do wildlife photography. And I think I can make a living at it because of wildlife there.
Yeah.
And if I move to Utah, Arizona, I would try to breed some rare tortoises. That's what I'd go that route because I'd be outside all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The only rattlesnake I see in New Jersey should be the timber rattlesnake.
See you later, Mike.
If you've seen a what's the name there, that's a pretty rare sight then.
Yeah, I mean, I had prairie rattlesnakes, western, easterns, Mojave western crosses, Mojave Southern Pacific crosses, Southern Pacifics. Southern Pacifics are a nasty little snake too. this other Pacific and Mojaves are just different. They're just different snakes. What else? What else is there? Rattlesnake wise, model rock rattlesnakes. Model rocks are really cool. They're tiny.
Arizona's got like, I think almost every kind of rattlesnake you think of, except for the timber rattlesnake and probably like the eastern diamondback or something.
Easterns get big, and if I went to Washington, I'd find Bigfoot. Do you know that's another thing? I was watching at work. I know this is gonna get me probably in trouble. I was at work watching this guy that was looking for Bigfoot in Washington. And he was spending a night, and there was 2 girls and 4 guys, but one of the guys' YouTube channel, okay? Mm-hmm. And they're out and about looking for this Bigfoot. They're tracking it. They hear these strange noises. They were really strange. It was like a roar, and it sounded like a tree snap, and they run away from it.
Why would you not run to it?
I'm like, oh, you're trying to find this Bigfoot. Go to the Bigfoot. And they had guns and everything. They had like hunting rifles and.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
I'm a firm believer that I don't think we've explored everything in the world as it is. Like there has to be not monsters, but sea creatures we don't know about. There's probably land creatures because we discover new species all the time.
Every day.
My only difference is we haven't found large species on land in a long time. So large species we haven't done. Now we have reclassified, like some elephants get reclassified. That one tiger just got reclassified. There's like a new tiger subspecies.
They thought it was something else before that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, could it? I mean, there's a lot of Rocky Mountain area that could be.
Can I tell you a story real quick?
Yeah.
My dog was outside and insisted on coming in. It was dark out, okay? And going crazy to get in the house. I let it in, the dog ran and hid in the room. I was like, what the hell's going on? So I had to go put the trash cans out. I go outside to put the trash cans out, and there are footprints, bare footprints, big ones, in the snow. I actually videotaped it, and I followed them, and they went right around my house next door and right up to this one here, and then they went out where you couldn't see them no more. And I got it on. I'll send you the video. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, you said we did that on. We've seen it on Unexplained. We did.
Oh, we did it. Yeah. There you
go. My only issue is if we've gotten it, we have so much technology now. Why don't we see it? I mean, drones alone. That's the only thing. There could be something out there though. There could be. 100. Bigfoot better not take my jerky if he does.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you need to go watch that video from our other channel.
Yeah, it's on Unexplained.
Unexplained.
See,
but then people say, "Why don't you find their bones?" How often do you come across bare bones in the woods? Not very often.
Don't, no, because it all goes back to earth. We all turn into dirt eventually.
Mice eat the bones. Everything takes it and goes. Yeah, very rare.
But now I see sea creatures. I think there's a lot like the megalodon. I think that could still be out there. I mean, we know more about space than we do our own ocean. I mean, they find
the bloop.
Yeah,
you heard about the bloop, right? Yeah.
I mean, the giant squid was thought to be a myth forever.
And then one washed up on shore.
Yeah, and there's a giant squid,
11-inch high.
So yeah, I mean, giant. Man, I mean, the species. I like watching those too, and I watch most of it at work because I have to sit there. And I'll have to sit there tomorrow. Hopefully it's busy tomorrow. I don't have to sit there and do nothing. But
I sent that video into the BFRO website on it's on Facebook. I mean, and a fight broke out to where they had to kick people out of the group. It was hilarious.
Why were they fighting?
Because all the big people were like, "Holy crap, that is freaking!" Because it was like very well. I put my foot next to it, and then other people were like, "You faked that or something." I'm like, "No, you could see the footprints come from where they came from. There's no faking it." So,
it's weird. A Bigfoot could be. I mean, Bigfoot. There. I mean, and then there's other cryptids cryptoids. Is that the cryptodes?
I
don't know.
think that's how you say it. I don't know.
I mean,
Cryptids.
yeah, cryptids. That are out there that I think are myths. Like you know, the werewolf. I don't know if there's a werewolf. But I mean, like there's skinwalkers. That's really weird. That's a big thing.
That's a big thing when you get over to the desert Southwest and stuff.
Yeah, like Utah, Arizona, skinwalkers is a thing. Now I don't know if it's real, but it's a thing. Like they believe it. It's there.
There's a guy on TikTok who says he's got one on his property, and he'll be driving his bike, pedal bike, or riding a horse it is actually, and he'll hear his name being called, and he's like, "I'm telling you, man."
Yeah,
horse gets all spooky and shit. It's crazy.
There's a person on YouTube that did a skinwalker thing. They didn't catch a skinwalker, but it does sound like something's following them in the Mojave Desert.
It's pretty weird.
The outskirts of Death Valley. And I'm like, I didn't know they were out that far. I thought they were more Arizona, Utah, but
well, you got Skinwalker Ranch, which is Utah, right? Is that Utah?
Yep, that's Utah. Utah's big in skinwalkers. And that's what I want to do. Wherever I go, I kind of want to just do the YouTube thing and take people out and show them and all this. Do you guys think there are some Tasmanian tigers still? Yeah, very much so.
I do.
Tasmanian tigers. I mean, there's been species thought to be extinct, and they find them years later.
Coelacanth is a good one to prove. They thought there was. Yeah. But yeah, no, I do believe that they're still around.
I mean, we make up the reason we make up stories and even mythical things is humans want to understand things, so they make up stuff to explain what they can't explain.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Oh, it has to be this," and I guess they think it's that, and that's it.
They just came out with a report that was talking about jaguars in Arizona, and the guy's like, "There's one jaguar left in Arizona." But then people who put up trail cams show them all over Arizona, because they come up that far, and people are like, "There's more than one." They started showing pictures all over the place. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's just like bald eagles. Like in some states, bald eagles are very rare. In Wisconsin, they're all over. It's like
they're
thing.
all over here.
Yeah, you see bald eagles all the time, like all the time. They're if you came and visit me and said, "I want to see a bald eagle," I could probably take you, as long as they're not flown south. Take you to a place where there's bald eagles. It's not hard to
do. Right over here and show you some. They're all over the place.
Yeah,
the goblin shark's pretty cool, Frank, and they are bringing the Tasmanian tiger back. That's what they said they're going to do it. And they found a woolly mammoth frozen baby, so they're going to try to bring that back too. Not bring it alive, but
No, we're going to be Jurassic Park here soon.
Yeah,
we're going to splice it with frog DNA. Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff. That's why I like the unexplained thing and do cryptids and all that.
I think that would be a great show to do.
I mean, it's not anything even to say, hey, guess what? They're real. We don't know if they're real or not. But it's fun to talk about it. Talk about stories and all that good stuff. And that's why the podcasts work. And then you send them to your website and say, hey, look at these pictures. Look at this.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's what they do. They say go over to the website and you'll see all the.
Yep. And but cryptids are fun. The cryptids.
I know they are. We'll have to do that show.
Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness.
They say that's a shark. What shark is it? It gets really big, like the great white shark, but it lives in the cold. It's the Greenland.
Really,
shark
there's a shark. Okay. I would just. Yeah. Sharks are fun.
I think.
But man, oh man, we still got 5 people listening. Wow, we got the hanger arounders, guys.
Yep.
But it is kind of getting there, though.
I was just gonna say it's about that time.
It's about that time. You guys are amazing. Greenland shark. I'm gonna have to look that up now too, because I will. What I do is I go upstairs and I'll put YouTube on and I'll fall asleep.
I believe. Who's the guy who does that River Monsters?
Oh gosh, dang it! Now you're gonna. I'm gonna look it up before we leave.
Caught one, I think, there to prove that that's what it was.
River Monsters is a Britain and American wildlife show. Of course, it doesn't say who it is. It doesn't say who it is. Extreme angler Jeremy Wade.
Do you know he speaks almost every language there is? Even
Really?
Pidgin. You know the Pidgin language? When he went to Russia, they locked him up saying he was a spy. But then, you know, I was like, what a perfect cover to go fishing around the world. You could speak their languages and be a spy for somebody, for another country, for like Britain. It was pretty neat. Yeah, they tried to lock him up in there and they had to go get him out.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. I don't get that, dude. Jeez, oh Pete. Gary hit me up about the event. I need to get that. I need to hit everyone up. Do you know how many things I got to hit people up about? I got people to hit me up. I got to hit up about also doing some professional commercials. I need to do production. I'm gonna do the video, and then I need to learn color grading. But I have to do some shooting for Scaled Up. We're gonna be doing some shooting for them for a commercial.
Right there.
Yeah, lots. I'm sure. Yeah, Well, the problem is I'm working again, and now okay, guys, I got a promotion. Okay, but
congratulations.
Yeah, I just get to take over a store. I'm going to be paid for it. So I'm at 2 stores again. I was down to 1, now I'm to 2. So I will be. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just need to get through the end of this year because I got a show the 6th or the 13th, and then the 11th of December, and then we are done for the year, and then we start back up in January. No rest for the expos. Do you know what I need? I need someone to make me reptile displays for free.
If I had the stuff, I would do it for you.
You rock, Emily.
I could get the plexiglass and do it, but you would have to buy for the plexiglass. That's about it.
Well, I'm trying to get Joe to do it because he's got the milling machine now, or whatever you call that big CNC machine. So I want to talk to him because he can do. I don't care if all the sides are black. Everything can be black except for the front and the top.
I think they turn out better when they're all black, except for the top being
black. And that. So I'm like, then it don't scratch up, and that's what I want. And then he can make a case because you can do the CNC machine and make a case for him too.
I have an acrylic bender. I can make displays that go in circles.
Oh, we got someone that's already talking crap on here. Look at we got.
Yeah, we'll get rid of them real quick.
Cool. I love it. I want to date for all tastes and ages. What? That's not even a good butt. I'm not even interested. That didn't even get me going. Jeez, a taste. Jeez. That's another story altogether. I mean, what I like TikTok. I watch TikTok. Before we go, I like TikTok. Okay,
I love TikTok.
I go through
your wife's
TikTok.
TikToks with that tortoise. It's absolutely insane. That thing is crazy, man.
I like our Dalbra. We're one of very few people that have a pet Dalbra.
I know.
So
your granddaughter, I think it was your granddaughter, right? Was in there feeding it, and then she got it water, and she ran and got little glasses of water. It was pretty cool.
We're gonna be redoing. We have to redo Mimsy. She's huge.
What?
Now.
She's huge. So look at how much she eats.
Yeah. So I got to figure that out. And Groot, we finally got Groot eating right because we were just feeding fresh fruits and vegetables. I found out that guess what? Fresh fruits and vegetables and bugs and worms doesn't do it just for them. The boxers. As soon as we got Missouri diet for them, oh god, the Redfoots exploded. They were like, oh, this is it. The Adalbra does not like Missouri diet as much, but Mimsy will show you a bag of it.
I guess so. Mimsy's pretty big.
Gary's gonna take his feet pics. I'm going to. Oh, Emily's gonna have a baby in the next month. Uh-oh.
Yep. Big things coming.
Uh-oh. So we gotta all send them ball pythons and geckos. And I'm gonna be doing feet pic. I will do feet pics tonight. Go on. What's the OnlyFans page?
OnlyFans.
Can guys start an OnlyFans?
Why not?
Yeah, they can't be
guess. I don't know.
sexist.
Not that anybody ever come watch or not.
I should just take
You
pictures
do
of my
what you
feet and say $10 for a picture of my foot. Do women get into feet like men do?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
I couldn't tell you.
I am so confused by it. But you got anything
They'll
else
pay you to
to
stay
add?
off.
Yeah, they'll be like,
shut it down.
$2 million. Just stop posting it. And like, everybody's like, yeah, why not? I'm gonna start one up. OnlyFans feet only.
I am good.
All right, dude. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. But we're gonna be changing stuff up. This will be up on the podcast, but we're gonna be changing stuff up, and we got a cool guest coming.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
All right, guys. We outie.